Alrighty, on to the next question. I get a lot. I get a lot of guys that are looking to buy gear, but they don't have a lot of money to spend. And that's completely understandable. When I started out, I was like a sophomore or junior in college. I didn't have any money. All my money was going to tuition, books, and beer. So I can completely understand that. They're like, Chris, what do I buy? I only have, this dollar amount, you name it, some dollar amount to spend. Right, here's the question, or here's the answer I have for them, rather. Do I ever advocate buying cheap gear? No. Inexpensive gear, yeah, sure, but not cheap gear. The way I look at it is this. If you're on a budget, which, like I said, is completely understandable, we've all been there, why can't I just buy Gemini, or why can't I just buy Newmark or Behringer or one of the low-end pieces of gear? And here's what I say to that for the solution. You're better off buying the higher quality gear secondhand, like through eBay, your local Craigslist, or maybe even from a friend or somebody you know. You're better off buying quality gear secondhand to match your price range than you are buying new gear from a shoddy company that you're going to regret later on that you purchased. Look at it this way, okay? Say, just for instance, figuratively, I got $500 I want to spend. I buy two shitty Gemini turntables, belt drive, which is a piece of crap, as we all know, and some little cheapy $100 mixer. Okay, with that same $500, you could go on eBay or your local Craigslist, and instead of buying shit that's going to break on you, maybe at home, if you're lucky, maybe at your first gig, after you spend all those hours practicing, the fucking thing's going to break down on you. You don't want that to happen. That same $500, you could have used that to buy something like this, for instance. Here, I'll give you a shot. This right here, this mixer, that's a Rain Mojo TTM 52i. When that mixer came out, when that mixer was brand new from whoever bought it first, it wasn't me. But when it first came out, that thing was like well over $1,000. It was close to $1,000. I bought that thing secondhand off of Craigslist for $150. Okay, that's still a great mixer. I scratch on there. You can do a lot of shit on that mixer. But since it's Rain and since it's high quality, the fucking thing lasts forever. $150. Now, I could have taken that $150 and spent it on some shoddy Gemini mixer that was brand new. And you know what? That thing will outperform the Gemini mixer every time. And the way I look at it is this. If you start out with shoddy equipment, even if you're on a budget, inevitably, with the way technology's going and all the new products coming out, you're going to look in your local music catalog and be like, oh shit, I want this. And if you'd started out with a good high quality equipment from the beginning, you wouldn't have to worry about that. You wouldn't have to sell your old gear and take a horrible loss on it from selling it if you had bought the right stuff the first time. So that's the way I look at it. I'm not infallible. I made all those mistakes. And hell, I probably made every mistake in the book as far as buying gear when I started out. But that's why I do a lot of these tutorials, is to help save you guys from making the mistakes I made. I never would have thought to look in Craigslist or even like your local yard sale. You'd be surprised. I found a guy selling a CDJ 800 at a yard sale one time. He was selling it for $200. I bought it for $200 and turned around and sold it for like $350. So I made a $150 profit. I found it at a yard sale. So you'd be surprised what you can find. Just because you're on a budget doesn't mean that you're out of the running. Um, and if you have to build your gear in pieces, um, you know, feel free to build your gear in pieces. You know, it's not a race. There's a lot that you can do starting out with just one turntable and a mixer. You can save up for that second one. For scratching, I mean, you could practice the baby scratch. You could practice the scribble scratch. You can practice a lot of scratches, actually. Pretty much almost all of them with only one deck. So as long as you're not concerned with playing beats on the other side, I mean, shit, there's a whole lot you can do, even working with partial equipment. And also, if you're scratching, you don't need headphones at all. They actually hinder you when you're scratching to wear headphones. Some guys use them, but I think they're a hindrance. But anyway, yeah, that's basically my view about guys on a budget. Please, please, please do yourself a favor. Do not purchase gear that's shoddy or crappy quality just because that's all you can afford. Buy it secondhand. Trust me, you buy a quality gear secondhand, you won't ever need to sell it. You'll buy it for the same amount of money, and you'll be much happier.